My Tennessee Titans finally have their franchise quarterback, and I'm taking over as head coach to try and lead Cam and the Titans to their first Super Bowl in franchise history. And with Cam coming in as a 76 overall rookie with superstar development, I'm telling you guys, I feel like I can bring us to a Super Bowl in under 5 seasons. Which that's going to be pretty tough given the team around Cam, because obviously it's not the greatest. I mean, like, the Titans were drafted #1 for a reason. But as long as you have a franchise quarterback, you always have a chance to win a Super Bowl. Like I said, dudes, this is definitely not going to be easy. I definitely have some moves I want to make before we start the first season. I think we're going to begin things by trying to trade away Will Levis for whatever we can get. And surprise, surprise, the offers out there are garbage. I'll try to get something a little bit better in return manually. Now, for whatever reason, the New York Jets actually have interest in trading for him. Can I get Sauce Gardner? We were close. But seriously, we do need edge rusher help. I'm not sure if they'd be willing to part with one of their young guys. Probably not, but I'm just going to try and just see what they say. To be fair, brother, that's actually a lot closer to being able to acquire Jermaine Johnson than what I anticipated. So I think I'm actually going to go all in here. The Jets could use some help at receiver, and honestly, Treylon Burks, I just don't think he's going to make it here in Tennessee. So I wouldn't really mind trading away Treylon Burks with Will Levis to acquire a potential all-pro defensive end. I mean, why not, brother? Let's send the offer out there, and we have ourselves Jermaine Johnson. Dude, what a freaking start. I mean, I really didn't expect something like that, but hey, I'm not complaining. I mean, even outside of that, we still need edge rusher help pretty freaking bad, but that might be all we can actually put together this first season. Unless there's still some available free agents out there that I feel like can help the team this next year. I mean, Nick Chubb would obviously be nice, but you gotta keep in mind all these guys we potentially could sign here only gonna be on 1-year contracts, so we're probably not gonna do anything too insane. The only thing I'm really interested in doing here is maybe throwing out a 1-year flyer offer on Matthew Judon. Like, he's still a superstar for whatever reason. He's better than the other pass rushers we got, so Matthew Judon, welcome to Nashville. It actually frees up a spot where I could go ahead and potentially trade away Arden Key. He's been here for a while, hasn't really done too much. He's a funny guy, that's about it. Done expiring contracts, like maybe I can get like a 5th round pick for him or something. You know what, brother? Let's give him to the Colts here. I mean, literally just a draft pick is fine. Like, give me a 4, maybe a 5. Genuinely didn't think they were gonna accept it, but I forget the Colts are morons. I think the last move I'm gonna make here is because for this first season, I want to make sure my young rookie receiver gets playing time. So just to make sure Van Jefferson doesn't play over him, I'm gonna trade him away for maybe like a 7th round pick. Nobody even wants to offer me for him. Like, the Bills would be a good spot for him. Give me a 4th and call it a day. Wow. Just swapped him in a 5th for a 4th. Can't complain. And with that, I think this is gonna be the squad that we rock with for Cam's rookie season. I mean, I'm not expecting much. Like, I'm not expecting the playoffs or anything this first season, but at the end of the day, I want to win more games than what we did last year. Actually, there's one more thing I think we need to do before we start the season that would be super, super important for Cam's development. That is to sign a mentor quarterback, and Teddy Bridgewater, I think, would be the perfect guy for the job. He does have the mentor tag. Welcome to Nashville, Teddy B. But after having the worst record in the NFL just a season ago, I'd be happy with, let's say, 7 wins. Brother, you can't be mad at a 9-win season, especially when we just missed the playoffs because of a tiebreaker, especially when this team had the worst record just a year ago. I mean, if we didn't have such a garbage start to the season where we began, what, like 3-6, 3-7, we would have made the playoffs. I mean, we had a borderline top 10 NFL offense, dude. That's amazing. Defensively, we definitely could use some work. And honestly, dude, this is about what I expect from Cam Ward. Like, an absolute gunslinger, 4,500 yards, 35 touchdowns. He's just got to learn to limit those turnovers. 20 is a little bit too much, Cameron. At the same time, dude, completed 70% of his passes, which is incredible for a rookie. I am curious, did those numbers win him Rookie of the Year? Like, surely they did, surely. Would you look at that? Did get myself some Coach of the Year votes here. And Cameron, oh my gosh, that is not what I expected. He got the Offensive Rookie of the Year stolen from him by his own teammate, which this excites me, boys, because I have absolutely no idea what kind of numbers he just put up, so maybe Cam already has a wide receiver #1 on his hands. And of course, Travis Hunter wins Defense Rookie of the Year, but at the same time, dude, we had Kevin Winston, our 3rd round safety pick, come in 2nd Defense Rookie of the Year voting, and we also had Oluwafemi Aladejo come in 5th place. So I think it's safe to say, boys, we nailed last year's draft class. I gotta see some of these stats, defense, man. I'm excited. Through the air. No wonder, brother. No wonder he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's like close to Puka numbers. 1,357 yards, 13 touchdowns as a fourth-round rookie is incredible, Ealing. Behind him, we had Chig with 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Not too shabby. Tyler Lockett, a last-minute signing, 922 yards, 3 touchdowns. Calvin really actually expect a little bit more from him, but again, can't complain about these numbers. And then our boy Chimere Dike, he did not make a single catch all year, and that's kind of surprising considering the fact he has a 98 speed. Maybe he'll break out in year 2, who knows? Our offensive line, oh no, dude, Dan, we just gave you so much money last offseason. He gave up more sacks than like the rest of the offensive line combined. Gosh, Dan. Now, defensively, no wonder Kevin Winston about beat Travis Hunter for Defensive Rookie of the Year, dude. 119 tackles from the safety position as a rookie is psychotic. And then defensively, Jermaine Johnson, what a pickup that was, boys. 15 sacks, his first season as a Titan. That might be the most sacks the Tennessee Titans ever had in a single season in history. It was tied for the record at least. Aladejo contributed with 4, not terrible for a rookie. And we had Amani Hooker lead with 4 interceptions. Now important, at the end of his rookie season, Cam Ward's overall is up to 84, dude. Like, is there a shot that he actually could hit 99 before the day is over with? And he's already the 15th best quarterback in the league. He's only 23 years old. I'd also like to put it out there that Cam shattered the Titans' rookie season passing records, and Elick also shattered some rookie records. I mean, Cam got pretty freaking close to just going ahead and breaking the all-time single season records as a rookie. I mean, obviously, I'm disappointed that we didn't make the playoffs, but at the same time, I can't be mad at this much improvement, especially when the young guys on our team, dude, showed so much promise. So being completely honest, dude, you give me one full offseason to cook here, and I'm telling you guys, we could be winning our division as early as next season. Maybe we could even be the Steelers and go on a magical Super Bowl run as a 7th seed, and maybe we could even go ahead and win the whole freaking thing like they just did. Hold on, I know this is a little off topic, but how insane is that? Just put it together that Aaron Rodgers just retired as a Super Bowl champion. But before we actually start the offseason, I want to see if we had any dev trade increases. Okay, and we actually did. We had quite a few. Elick now up to a superstar already. Like I said, we actually have a really good young nucleus in this offense. If they just can continue to progress, I'm telling you, we're going to be good sooner rather than later. Now, a big problem here is Tony Pollard has regressed big time. He's only 29 years old. But my God, dude, look at all those ratings he lost. It is insane how much worse a running back gets just at the age of 29 in this game. He very well might be a trade candidate. But unfortunately, on defense, I don't think we had anybody improve. Like, if anything, some people went backwards. Now, lucky for us, we literally only have 4 contracts to renegotiate. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to send out a single offer. Which means the good news is your boy has $120 million to spend in free agency. Gotta hope and pray it's a good free agent class here. Here we go, moment of truth. Just don't be nothing but stinkers. Oh my God, it's nothing but stinkers. Oh my, this might be the worst free agency class I have seen in a long time. I might not sign a single free agent. Like, this is absolutely freaking disgusting. Like, Chase Young, maybe. Like, just because, like, I want to get some more talent into the roster, Chase Young might be somebody we offer here. And he really won't be that expensive. I'll just give him, like, a 3-year deal. I'll up it a little bit. We're not even amongst the top offers. I'll up it a little bit more just so we have a chance, but I'm not going to overpay just because I have the money. Yeah, dude, like, I'm offering way too much. We're not even listed as his top offers. Probably because everybody and their grandmother's got to spend money on somebody, and he's the only half-decent free agent. I mean, maybe I give CJ Mosley a 1-year deal. It wasn't hurting to sign him to a 1-year deal. Now we got the top offer. And like, our Darius Washington is probably the only other half-decent free agent out there, but like, we don't need him. But screw it, dude. Like I said, I gotta give this money to somebody. We're currently tied with 3 other teams, but like, if I don't land them, it's not a big deal. And seriously, dude, I think these are gonna be my only 3 offers. I've never seen a free agency this bad in Madden history. Let's just go ahead, send the offers through. Like, if we don't even sign a single guy, I won't even care. Yep, we end up only landing CJ Mosley. Not a bad veteran pickup. With the garbage free agency over with, now our focus turns to the NFL draft, which apparently Cam Ward's chiming in saying we need help on the offensive line. Which, to be completely fair, dude, if I'm Moore or JC Latham, I'm taking that personally. So not terrible we get pick number 17. Unfortunately, I feel like a lot of the talent's going to be gone by then. I probably, honestly, am just going to go best available. Now, I already don't know what to do with this pick, dude, because I'm pretty positive that Caleb Downs is the best player available. Like, he is literally, in terms terms of talent, probably a top 5 player in this draft class. I just don't need safety. Just like go with the guy that I know is probably the highest rated player left on the board, or to go with a position that we need a little bit more, like maybe wide receiver. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking about maybe just trading back. I'm gonna do it, brother. I'm gonna try to trade back, see if somebody offers me something solid. The 49ers are offering me to trade back 9 spots, and they're gonna give me an extra 2nd round pick, an extra 5th, and a 7th. I mean, like, why the heck not? And here we are at pick 26 now, and I'm not gonna lie, I think Caleb Downs is still on the board. Why has Caleb Downs not gotten drafted yet? This is so tough, dude. Because like I said, I really think he's the best player, but like we really don't need him, especially after having Kevin Winston. I think what I'm gonna do is, since we didn't get to have a good free agency, is I might try to trade away some picks next year to acquire some good players now. But I only want to trade back like maybe 2 or 3 more spots and get like maybe a 3rd round pick from next year. And it doesn't look like I'm getting any good offers like that. Let's see if we can get a future 3rd round pick from the Bengals just to move back 2 spots. And it's so close to being accepted. Nah, brother, we're gonna try to get this done one way or another. Trade is accepted. Let's go. So let's hope to God Harold Perkins doesn't get drafted. He didn't, but Caleb Downs is finally officially off the board. And look at him up there, dude. He's a beast. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and possibly reach just a little bit. Harold Perkins is gonna be the selection. He's gonna be hopefully one of our better pass rushers the next 2-3 years. Give me some good news here, Roger. He comes in as the 14th ranked player, and we got him at 28. And as long as he has hidden development, we got ourselves an absolute banger of a draft pick. Now, hopefully, we can hit on our 2nd round pick here. So, considering what's on the board here, I probably am gonna go wide receiver, either Eric Singleton or Barry Brown. And Barry Brown is actually a scheme fit. But are you worth the selection, dude? He runs a sub 4.40, had a really good combine. I mean, he has some garbage ratings in there to be fair, but has A spec catch, B short route running. Dude, it's either gonna be him or Eric Singleton. Has better catching, but his spec catch sucks. You know what, dude? I'm just gonna go ahead, take Barry Browning. He's a scheme fit. Hopefully, this isn't an absolute L here. Barry comes in as the 17th ranked player, and we got him at 49. I'm not gonna lie, that one was super, super lucky, but another player with hidden development, and we might be compiling a super squad here. Unfortunately, I don't have a 3rd round pick, so hopefully we can get somebody decent here in the 4th round. Cam Ward told me to go offensive line. I think the best tackle on the board here is Elijah Pritchett out of Alabama. Combine kind of sucked, but he has some good skills in there. I don't get why Rodgers out here still grinding in the 4th round. All right, I seem stoked to get Elijah, and it was pretty well warranted. Comes in as the 60th ranked player and got him at 97. Also comes in with hidden dev, dude. We're on a heater. Do have another 4th round pick though. I actually have 2 more. I already got an outside linebacker, but this Yanni Karloff, guy seems like the best player, or one of the best players still on the draft board. I might just trade the rest of my picks away. It seems like a bad draft class, and we got about perfect value with them. Also comes with hidden dev. Okay, so it might be one of those draft classes where half the players have hidden dev, but hey, I'll act like it's because I'm a genius. To be honest with you, I think I'm just gonna trade my 4th rounder away here, and somehow we ended up getting the Chiefs' 3rd round pick from next year. Literally don't know. Jaden Ott from California, he actually just transferred IRL. I know he's very, very good, very, very fast. Some good ratings in here. You know, this is a 5th round pick. Why not go ahead and pick up a running back? We need some depth at that position anyway, and he comes in as the 102nd best player, got him at 148. Oh, our streak's over with though. Our first normal dev player, gosh dang it. Now, we do need an offensive line, but I'm pretty positive every single offensive lineman left on the board absolutely sucks. Now, I will say, Inez Cooper out of Miami, I do know he's Cam Ward's boy. There's a viral clip of him surprising Cam after he got drafted. So, like, why not? Like, he might not ever start for us, but hey, at least it will up Cam Ward's morale. Inez is going to come in as an absolute stinker. And with that, I think I'm gladly going to trade my 2nd rounder. Give it to the Raiders for next year's 6th. Let's go and make sure that this draft class wasn't a complete dud. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Okay, dude. Not too freaking shabby. Barry Brown is a lot better than what I anticipated. 75 overall. Middle of the 2nd round is huge. Very excited to see how good Harold Perkins can be, especially with that 92 speed. But know for a fact, this team needs some depth here. And I'm just now noticing there is an 83 overall punter just sitting there in free agency. Dude, I'm taking him. Like, why not? We need a backup quarterback again. And, you know, why not just bring Teddy B back to be a mentor to Cam again? You know, let's bring in Austin Hooper to be a mentor to Chig and Gunnar Helmet tight end. I'm honestly about to sign the highest overall mentor at every single offensive line position, so give me a second for this. Welcome, Lyle Collins. Unfortunately, there's no mentors at center. Gonna add Turner here at right guard. Also going to bring in old George Fant here on a one-year deal. I don't have any backup defensive tackles, so I probably honestly need to sign like 2 or 3 here. So Andrew Billings, welcome to the squad, brother. Same thing, gonna sign up Sheldon Rankins. Ooh, Denico Autry, we could bring him back to Tennessee. He was so good in his tenure in Nashville. Why not bring him back on a one-year deal? You boys gotta trust me because I am currently scheming. I'm gonna need a backup free safety, so I'm gonna bring in Quandre Diggs. Also returning to Nashville, Cam Ward's his cousin, so I feel like this is a perfect pickup for morale. Now I do like the depth pickups we just made, but I do think it's time to make a big splash before we start the season. I think I want to go ahead and trade away Tony Pollard and try to get myself a superstar running back. I could trade away Tony Pollard. I could trade away Xavier Woods here. Also wouldn't mind going ahead and get rid of Tyler Lockett. Obviously no incredible trades in return. Like, what are the odds we could actually bring in Bucky Irving here? To be completely fair, that's not totally out of the question. Let's come back to Bucky, see if we can get somebody a little bit cheaper. What about Breece Hall, dude? This would be absolutely massive, and okay, it's not as close as the other deal. Just trying to make sure I get my best bang for my buck here. All right, without a shadow of a doubt, it was the best deal on the table. Bucky Irving, get ready to learn Nashville, buddy. Keep in mind, we got 2 seconds, and we have 3 third-round picks, so we're 100% going to be able to see this deal through. Let's see if we can just get away by just using a third-rounder in the green. I mean, I don't want to have to trade away 2 future 3s if I don't have to, but I think it's the only way it's going to be possible. Maybe we get a 4th back in return. Line still. All right, so how about this? Straight up for Bucky Irving, and the trade was accepted. We have our brand new starting running back here in Nashville. Would you look at that, dude? So happy to be here that he already got an upgrade point. Like, now that I sit here, what are the odds we could go ahead and upgrade at left tackle? I don't mind Dan Moore, but I just feel like we could be so much better at the left tackle position. Now, I wouldn't mind trading away on a 2nd round pick if that meant we got a good left tackle in return. Paris Johnson, like, is this a possibility? Dan Moore and a 2nd for Paris Johnson. I mean, that's a lot closer than what I anticipated. Let's keep searching though. Maybe we can get a better deal. Now I've looked everywhere. Paris Johnson is 100% the best option on the table. I'll throw in the 5th that we got and the extra 6, and we got a 7. Is that enough? Not quite, but we're getting so close. So what else will it take here? Maybe Jaquan Jackson, submit it through. It unfortunately is probably going to take another draft pick. So let's go with a 2028 6th round selection to get our franchise left tackle, and it's declined. About a 2028 5th? That's insane, brother. That is mental. All right, let's do it then. Let's make it both of my 6th round picks from next year. Again, I think this is an incredible deal, and let's welcome Paris Johnson to the Tennessee Titans. I mean, I don't know if this team has what it takes, you know, make a Super Bowl this year, but I think we should be fighting for a playoff spot. I mean, I'm a little bit iffy about this defense, especially the front 7, but I mean, there's a lot of youngsters that should get better and better each season. All right, I'm going to call it, give me 10 wins this season. 10 wins, we should be in the playoffs. Well, unfortunately, I was actually right, but somehow we missed the playoffs? Oh, we missed again on a freaking tiebreaker. Oh my god, missing the playoffs with 10 wins is brutal. It's fine, absolutely no stress. That just means we'll be competing for a Super Bowl next year. I mean, we have got the squad all the way up to an 85 overall with an 88 offense. We just need to work on that defense. I mean, we almost had a top 5 offense in the league, so we're slowly getting better and better on the offensive side of things. And we had a top half defense. Now, this right here, my friends, is what I expected from Cam Ward. 4,600 yards, 42 touchdowns, 15 receptions, so still too many, but better than last year. Now, on the ground, Bucky Irving, ooh, still not great, but at least it was better than Tony Pollard. Now, through the air, Chig led us 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns. Look at Barryon Brown, the rookie dude. 16 touchdown catches, 1,000 yards. That might be 2 straight years. We had the offensive rookie of the year at receiver. You know, he looked a little bit, you know, not as good as last year, but still very solid numbers. Same thing with Calvin Ridley. Now, how about sacks? Okay, at least this year, Paris Johnson didn't give up double-digit sacks, so better than Dan Moore. And defensively, CJ Mosley led in tackles, Kevin Winston in 2nd. This year, we had Jeff Simmons with 11.5 sacks, Harold Perkins as a rookie with 9, Jermaine Johnson with 8. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit disappointed in Aladejo here. Literally 0 sacks. I thought it was gonna be a little bit better. Yeah, brother, that's not the progression you're looking for. Apparently, that punter we signed was so good that we let him kick field goals this year. Now, let's see. Cam came in 6th place in MVP voting. Oh, look at Shedeur Sanders in 9th. Again, dude, getting robbed of the coach of the year. And would you look at that, dude? Barryon Brown as a rookie came in 10th in offensive player of the year voting. Defensive player of the year goes to TJ Watt. CJ Mosley, our one-year signing, came in 3rd. Come on, tell me one offensive rookie of the year he did. That's 2 straight years. The wide receiver went offensive rookie of the year. So Cam has his weapons for life. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Harold Perkins himself. Hey, dude, at least we're drafting really well. Now, let's see. Very important. Cam Ward's overall is up to an 88, dude. So very, very quickly, he's going to become a 90. Let's see. Bucky, he's up to an 87 overall. So maybe by the end of next year, he'll be a 90. And as a rookie, Barryon Brown, he is up to an 81 overall. And Alex up to an 83. Last one I want to individually check here is Harold Perkins. He is up to an 80 as well. Pretty good for a rookie. And yeah, I know this team missed the playoffs again, but like I said, you can't be mad at it. I just really love the young pieces we have in this team, even on defense, man. So we're just going to continue to get better and better. Oh, look at Kevin Winston, dude. He's already up to an 84 overall. Like I said, man, I'm excited. Like, just give me another offseason. We could be competing for the 1 seed next year. Okay, so the Ravens inserted their dominance this season, won the Super Bowl by 32 points. And speaking of the offseason, dude, I'm even more excited than I was before because somehow we have $182 million in salary cap. Oh, that's because half our team retired. It's going to be tough having to replace Kevin. Now, let's check once again before we get into the offseason if we had any dev trade increases. Oh, boy, did we. Oh, my gosh. Let's freaking go. Cam Ward already up to Superstar X Factor. Dude, that overall is about to explode, brother. Same thing with Chig. I really don't know how he's an X Factor. It's like in all these videos I do, it's always a tight end that randomly becomes X Factor. But I mean, I'm not complaining. Ooh, and old Calvin Ridley is kind of washed. Like, I wonder if I should go ahead and trade him away this offseason and maybe get something back. And defensively, okay, we had some pretty big changes here. We had Harold Perkins become a superstar. Jermaine Johnson also became a superstar. But unfortunately, we're at the point where Amani Hooker is a little bit washed. So, like, maybe I should have took Caleb Downs last year. But with that, let's just get into the offseason, brother. I'm excited to hopefully build a Super Bowl contender. Although this time we have 11 players' contracts to renegotiate. Oh, we have 100% got to bring back Chig. And thank God we have the money to do it. Now, I definitely want to give him an offer that he can't refuse. Now, with us having so much cap space, even if he declines, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to franchise tag him because we could try to re-sign him again next year. Chig's coming back. Okay, now Jermaine Johnson, we've absolutely got to re-sign him. Abso-freaking-lutely, dude. Now, the problem is he has absolutely zero interest. So it's kind of what I said before. If he doesn't accept, I'm not going to be way too max. I can just franchise tag him since we have the money. Go up a little bit, submit the offer, and he wants to play for a new team. Forget about it, buddy. Jermaine really thought he could escape the Nashville hot chicken. Now, Roger McCreary, another one I absolutely love. He shouldn't give us issues re-signing here. Up a little bit to be safe. Roger making it simple for us. Now, outside of that, like, I really only care about Amani Hooker here. Now, the problem is I definitely don't want to give him a 3-year contract. So, like, if he doesn't accept, it should be pretty easy to replace him. You're lost. Let's just hope and freaking pray, dude. We have a much better selection in free agency this time around. Don't be garbage. Don't be garbage. I don't think it's gonna be garbage. Don't be garbage. It's not good. So, Shador Sanders is a free agent. I don't know why. Also, Maxwell Harrison's a free agent, like a former first-round pick. I don't know why he got cut, but hey, I'm gonna sign him. Where's #1 offer? Let's go. Now, Quay Walker's sitting there, and I have the money to spend. You all know Oladejo hasn't been the greatest, so I wouldn't mind giving Quay Walker a pretty fat contract. That's what it takes to bring in a little bit more talent. But I don't think it's gonna be possible because he's not interested, and they're giving him big bucks. Now, Mike Evans, I wonder if he could be our Calvin Ridley replacement for a season, then maybe trade away Calvin Ridley for something else. Let's give him some big bucks and see what he has to say about it. Again, they're giving some big money out there, dude. But with it being a 1-year deal, I'm offering him. It wouldn't be crazy to overpay for him because he'll come off the books next year, and we have so much money to spend. I'll do a heavy overpay just to make it a 1-year contract. And we're still not up there with the California teams. Like I said, brother, I'm about to do an incredible overpay here. Now we're talking. I'm disappointed, dude, about this punter. Like, I'm actually very heartbroken. I thought I re-signed him. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think punters actually get offers in free agency, so I think I'm just gonna give them a little 7-year deal. I'll even, like, make the money go all the way down, and maybe we get a little Mickey Mouse exception because it was only offer. Now, to be completely honest, the rest of free agency is pretty garbage. Like, maybe Wyatt Teller to replace Kevin Zeitler for a year. Ooh, Caden Ellis here could be our new CJ Mosley. I mean, the linebacker depth is terrible. Let's run it. Another little 1-year contract. Oh, we have to fight off other teams. So again, these 1-year offers, I could care less about overpaying with the money that we got. We're in the lead. James Pierce is a free agent. Like, what is going on? Why is he just sitting out there in free agency? Like, again, I don't really feel like we need him, but I can get him on a relatively long contract, locked in at a pretty low price. I don't know why they cut him, but hey, we're tied with other teams. Again, I'm not going to overpay way too much. It's whatever. Now, Nakobe Dean here could be a pretty decent decent long-term option at backup middle linebacker, so we'll give him a little offer since he is interested. I mean, again, I'm all about kind of loading up talent while I can, like Daniil Hunter on a 1-year deal because I have the money. Like, why not? If I get 10 defensive ends, hey, who cares? That means I have good depth. Tie with the Chargers. If I don't get them, I won't cry about it. Now, hear me out. What are the odds I could sign Kendall Fuller and put him at safety? Because I really don't want Amani Hooker. He's 77 overall. I feel like we can do better than that. So, like, maybe get a veteran Kendall Fuller since he's, lost a step or two. Let him play safe. We really don't need the depth at corner, especially if we do get Hairston. All right, we're his top offer, Golden. So if we get all these guys, that would be incredible, but that's probably not going to happen. If I could just land half, I'd be okay with it. Hunter's the only one that hasn't decided. We ended up landing Wyatt Teller, Ellis, and James Pierce. That's it. Like, Evans went to 49ers. What are you doing, brother? We didn't even get Kendall Fuller? What the heck? We didn't get Hairston either? Not all is these guys top offers. Okay, we need to abort mission. Let's try the same thing with Jalen Watson. See if we can play him at safety. You know what? Since he was so good for us last year, let's bring CJ Mosley back on a 1-year deal if he'll accept. Because for whatever reason, other players wouldn't. And we did get Jalen Watson. All right, and we did land CJ Mosley. So at least our middle linebacker depth is taken care of. Now let's go ahead and follow up that free agent class with a solid draft here where I'm probably just going to go best player available every round. How strange we get the 17th pick again. I mean, there's still some pretty good freaking players here on the board. Wouldn't mind going ahead and taking another receiver. I just don't know if these guys are worth it at this point. And to be honest with you, I know we just signed multiple linebackers at a free agency, but again, I told you guys I'm going to go best player available. I'm pretty positive old Sammy Brown here is that best available. Good in coverage, good tackler, smart boy. So Samuel is going to be the selection here, and he is going to come in as the 4th best player, and we got him at 17, dude. This is too freaking easy. Hopefully here we can also hit on the 2nd round pick, and I will gladly go wide receiver if there is one available, and unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna take any of these guys. To be honest with you, brother, this might be one of those instances where I try and trade back and see if somebody will offer me a 1st round pick from next year. Is that even a possibility? It's not looking good, not looking good. See if we can manipulate the system here. Like somebody maybe like the Kansas City Chiefs give me a 1st round pick from 2027, and I could possibly use that in a trade next year. But let's submit this through, and it's super close to being accepted. Throw in a few players, see if we can see this deal through. Oh, I can't put any players since the Chiefs are broke. Okay, maybe I can work with the Eagles instead. Is enough? Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, we have an extra 1st round pick for next year. So I do want to try and make our 3rd round pick if possible here. Hopefully there's somebody for good value. This Jordan Hall fella has 2 A's. How strong is he? Hey, 41 reps of the bench press. I mean, normally strength is correlated to like how high overall they are. I'm actually feeling a little Jordan Hall here. Let's go ahead and make the pick. I mean, it's a 3rd rounder. If we miss on it, is what it is. And he comes in 55th ranked player. Got him at 70. Decent little value pick, and he has hidden development. Come on, Jordan. What about offensive line here? I'm probably gonna just try to find the strongest one and take him. Really like this Turan Tayo fella. I mean, can you really pass up an offensive lineman that went to Ball State? He's gonna be the pick here, and he is going to come in as hopefully a banger. 60th ranked player, got him at 113. Dude, this is too freaking easy. Hidden development once again, fellas. Now, with my 5th round pick, I really could use a safety, but like everybody sucks at this point. This Marcus Radcliffe fella has a bunch of B's. And this Braden Owls fella actually looks pretty good. Has an A hip power, B pursuit. He's kind of tough, actually. I think I'm gonna go Braden. I have a feeling this is gonna be a 1st stinker. I guess a complete shot in the dark. And honestly, that's not terrible value. Doesn't have hidden dev though. What in the world we can do with our 7th rounder here? They actually have 2 7th rounders, so I'm just gonna trade one of them away, get some for next year. Niners offer me a 2027 6. That's enough. Now I'm actually gonna make this pick, and I think I want to get a backup quarterback. I mean, to be completely fair, I think they all suck at this point, but Josh Hoover does have a B awareness. So Josh Hoover's gonna be a selection here. I mean, for all I know, dude, he's absolutely terrible. I mean, he literally might be a 20 overall, but Josh is gonna be the selection, and it's a stinker. Don't know why you're smiling, because you're probably gonna get cut. Definitely don't think the class was as good as last year's, but we'll never know until we check their overalls. And Sammy Brown comes in as a 77. Then we got 272 to 69, so it honestly wasn't that crazy. God, dude, this was the draft class with Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams. All right, though, I'm happy happy with Sammy Brown. Before the next season, evaluating this roster, what we really need is probably a better wide receiver 3. I mean, maybe even go out and try to get a better center. And defensively, if possible, I wouldn't mind going ahead and getting a better strong safety. So I really want to try and go all out and maybe actually make a Super Bowl push this year. We're going to have to make some trades, going to have to make some additions. And for multiple different reasons, these are the 3 players I'm actually willing to trade away. Jermaine Johnson, for whatever reason, he doesn't want to re-sign with us. He's on a 1-year franchise tag. So, like, we're probably going to have to pay him the big bucks, and he's 28 years old, so he's probably going to start going down in overall every year. Might as well try and trade him away while his value still peaks. The first position I want to target here is potentially a long-term center. And I really like Zach Frazier here. I just don't know if it's going to be a possibility. I'll try it, submit it out there, and it's about halfway to being accepted. Again, we're going to ship on Calvin Ridley, so let's see if anything even happens here, and it's in the orange now. As mentioned, we can go ahead and get rid of CJ Mosley. He played great for us last year, but we got Sammy Brown waiting in the reins. I want him to get some playing time this year. That changed things whatsoever. It's in the yellow now. So to get our long-term center, I don't want to trade away my first-round pick just yet, so let's see if we can offer any future picks, maybe a 6th from this year, maybe a 4th from 2028, submit it through, and it's in the green. But unfortunately, it'll probably have to be a pretty big pick, so let's go, with a very, far into the future, 2nd-round pick. 2029, it's 2nd rounder for Zach Frazier, and the trade is so close to being accepted. Let's throw in a jar of pickles, and we should be golden. And with that, fellas, we have a brand new starting center, which that does free up Louis Cushenberry for a trade. Well, good thing for us, the Patriots need a center. Unfortunately, they have no wide receivers I'm interested in, unless maybe they have a strong safety I care about. I mean, doesn't look good. Anybody else have center as their #1 need? Seahawks do. I have absolutely no shot at JSN, right? I just don't believe this is possible. That's what I thought. So the Vikings also need a center. What are the odds we could land Jordan Addison? How insane would that be? There's potential. There is potential with this trade. What if I threw in a 2nd-round pick with Louis Cushenberry and it's only halfway? I feel like the dream is over, unfortunately. What about Ladd McConkey, though? I feel like this would be a perfect fit in our offense, and it's a little bit less than halfway. I mean, is this where we're going to have to use our 1st-round pick, throw in a 2nd, and it's a little bit more than halfway? I actually really want this pretty freaking bad, so I'm going to try my absolute greatest to see this deal through. I mean, I will throw in a 1st-round pick. I don't know if it's gonna be accepted or not. Ladd McConkey, this would be huge, and the trade's accepted just like that. Genuinely did not think the trade was gonna be accepted, but with that, we have ourselves our brand new #1 receiver. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, fellas, this offense is looking nasty. We still need to sign some depth pieces, but for now, I think we're good on the offense. Now, defense, I still want to see if there's any way we can land a better strong safety. To be fair, out of all the realistic options, I just don't think there's a good fit as of right now. So converted Jalen Watson's gonna have to do for now. Oh my gosh, my boy is still a free agent. Brett Thorson, welcome back to the Tennessee Titans, brother. Why are there so many good special teamers just sitting there? But as mentioned, we do need depth, and I want to see, is Teddy Bridgewater still out there? Oh, I think he retired. Oh my gosh, Jameis Winston to be the backup to Cam Ward is too perfect. He's the perfect mentor. Now we need multiple backup tight ends because Chigakonkwo is the only one we currently have on the roster, so Jonnu Smith will be a good backup. I don't know if it's the more mentors you have at the same position is good for XP for the rest of your players, but I'm gonna pretend that's a thing. So Tyler Higbee, who's somehow still a star at this point, is gonna be our 3rd-string tight end. Now I do know I need multiple offensive linemen, so Cameron Fleming's gonna be the first signing. I think this is the 2nd straight year I got him. Oh, Isaac Somalo's just sitting here, 74 rated in free agency. I mean, you just can't have too many big beefy guys in your team. Talk about good players just sitting there, dude. Brandon Scherf, backup right guard. Don't mind if I freaking do. I also know we need some backup defensive linemen because we are very, very thin. I mean, Miles Murphy just sitting here is kind of nuts. I mean, he's not a mentor or anything, but he's a former 1st-round draft pick. And also, we definitely need free safety depth. And, oh, Kevin Byard, brother. Let's bring him back to the Tennessee Titans and hopefully get him a Super Bowl that he deserves. I think the squad is ready to roll, boys. I mean, a very, very good offensive line. Obviously, a very, very good quarterback. Great running back duo 3. Incredible incredible wide receivers. The defense isn't too shabby either. Big season here, boys. I'm calling it. I can feel it in my kidneys. It's about freaking time we made the playoffs. I knew it, dudes. I knew we were on the cusp of finally winning the AFC South. But the question now is, can we win the first Super Bowl in Titans history? Top 10 offense, can't really complain about that. Defensively, oh, kind of went backwards. I mean, Cameron's just a gunslinger. That's like all there is to it. 4,500 yards, 46 touchdowns, 16 picks. His completion percentage went a little bit backwards, but who the frick cares? On the ground, oh, like, why can we just never run the ball well in this offense? Like Bucky Irving, 3.7 yards per carry, and it just doesn't really make sense, you know, when he's a freaking 89 overall running back. Maybe he'll run the football better in the playoffs. Who knows? Through the air, Lab McConkey, I told you guys, he was worth a first-round pick, almost 1,500 yards, 14 touchdowns. We had Alick with 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns. Chig, good year. We had Barian Brown with 13 tutties. Oh, the offensive line was fan-freaking-tastic, dude. What is that? Like, barely, like, 15, 16, 17 sacks allowed? Defensively, Kevin Winston once again leads the team in tackles. Jimmy Brown, the rookie, in second, also had 3 tackles for loss, 3 interceptions. So I wonder if once again we drafted ourselves another rookie of the year. Now, in terms of total sacks, we had Jeff Simmons with 12.5, Harold Perkins with 9.5, and also James Pierce, our new signing, with 9.5. Look at old Yanni Karloftis getting in on the action with 6.5. So, like, maybe he was a good pick, too. Still, I'm disappointed in Oladejo here. Just really hasn't lived up to that second-round draft pick billing. And even with those numbers, dude, Cam still can't win MVP. And apparently, it's freaking impossible to win Coach of the Year. Now, of course, Jeremiah Smith wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. How about defensively? It goes to Dylan Stewart. Sammy Brown got robbed. I mean, he put up 11 sacks as a rookie, so it's kind of understandable. But now that we finally made the playoffs, can we actually win a game? Surely we won't lose here to the 7-seed Browns. Let's win this game, advance into the divisional 45-21 massive dub. Wasn't even freaking close, dude. Cam Moore with an incredible game, as did Jackson Dart the Brown, apparently. But I told you guys Bucky Irving was going to come alive in the playoffs. Huge game on the ground from the entire team. And I really freaking hope, dude, I really hope Lab McConkey helps lead us to the Super Bowl. But it's not going to be easy, dudes, because of course we have to take on the Chiefs. Now, did we play the Chiefs by chance in the regular season? Nope, so this is going to be the first time we played them all year. Here goes freaking nothing, fellas, with a chance to advance to the AFC Conference Championship. All we have to do is take down Pat Mahomes, and we get another huge dub. It just gets harder, though, as now we have to take on the Ravens. I mean, it was a pretty even game. I guess we just finished drives more than they did. Cam Moore, great game. We picked off Patrick Mahomes once. I'm telling you guys, running the ball in the playoffs wins you games. We did already beat them in Baltimore, though, 34-13 in the regular season. So if we can beat them this bad in Baltimore, surely we can beat them here at home, right? So here goes nothing, dude. To make it to the Super Bowl for the first time since, what, 1999? Okay, so if we did in fact win, we're going to have to take on the 98 Falcons, who just demolished the Packers in the NFC Conference Championship, 51-22. All right, here we have it, brother. The death scroll. The death scroll. The Tennessee Titans, 35-29 by the skin of our freaking shafts. Oh, if we would have lost, dude, I would have been absolutely freaking devastated. I mean, they outgained us. We won the turnover battle, though, brother. Cam Moore has had an absolute masterclass in this playoff run, man. Oh my God, Lab McConkey, thank the Lord we traded that first-round pick. But surely there's no chance we let the Atlanta Falcons be the team to keep this franchise from their first ever Super Bowl. Like, who do the Falcons even have at this point? Bijan, Jesse Bates, Michael Penix is pretty solid. I mean, they got a pretty good freaking team, dude. They're the ones who stole Maxwell Hairston from us. But at the end of the day, like, I feel like we should be taking care of this team. For all the freaking marbles here, fellas. If we do actually find a way to win it all here, fellas, that means we got it done in just 3 seasons, when the goal was to get it done in under 5. Whether or not we have to jump into a 4th season, all comes down to the click of a button here. Come on, fast start. I won't win this game by 50 points. Early on, the Falcons go on the field, take a 7-0 lead. Oh no, 7-7. At least we notch things up. Before halftime, we take the 14-10 lead. Come on, put them away. Oh no. 17 all into the 4th quarter. We take a 24-17 lead into overtime. 31-24. Can we score? Can we score? Titans win! Titans win! 34-31. You best believe it took overtime, and you best believe I was sweating bullets there. But Cam Moore does it, brother. Cam Moore brings the Tennessee Titans to the first Super Bowl in franchise history. You best believe the mastermind behind it all had a little bit to do with it too. Now that did end up a pretty difficult rebuild, and if you click right here, you can watch another rebuild that was so hard about made me bust an aneurysm. You know what else makes me bust an aneurysm? The fact that you haven't clicked subscribe yet.